What up, people? It's Dave from Shuniverse Soul, and I have another episode for you guys because we still haven't been canceled yet. I'm surprised. But I got another episode, and I think you're going to enjoy it. It's another unboxing, but if you pay attention to the context clues, I think you actually know what this already is before I actually unbox it. So it kind of takes the mystery out of mystery unboxing. But anyway, let's just go ahead and do this thing. And I'm going to go quiet in 3, 2, 1. So like I said, it didn't really take much of a detective to figure out what pair this actually was. It's the Cool Grade 3. So let's talk about the model before we talk about the colorway. Let me see. The Jordan 3 was debuted in 1988, and it was actually this sneaker that saved Jordan's legacy at Nike. Jordan was looking for a way out. He really wasn't entirely bought in whenever he actually signed with Nike in the 80s. And Jordan's contract was up, and he was looking for a way out, essentially. And the designer who created the Jordan 1 and 2 actually left to create their own company. And at that time, they had no other sneaker designer. So they went to a man that actually had an architecture degree that was there to do something else at Nike entirely in the corporation. And that man was Tinker Hatfield. He ended up being a sneaker god because he designed a lot of the Jordans from that point forward. One thing Tinker Hatfield actually did that no other sneaker designer did at that time, he consulted Jordan on what he wanted in a sneaker, which was something that was good customer service, because you have to see what that person likes in order for them to truly buy in and to wear the sneaker. But at that time, it was unheard of. People just created sneakers and then just put the person's name on it, or technically didn't put the person's name on it at all. They just created a sneaker and said, this is Magic Johnson's shoe. This is Larry Bird's shoe. But Tinker did something different. He went to Jordan and said, what do you want on the sneaker? Jordan told him, Tinker listened, and this is what came out of it. Now let's talk about the colorway. The cool gray colorway, the interesting thing is, this isn't even cool or gray in the color description at all. The color description says red, silver, and light graphite. So where did the Cool Gray 3 come? Where did the name Cool Gray come from? Well, it actually came from people who liked the Cool Gray 11 and the Cool Gray 9. And when they saw this sneaker, they thought immediately, ooh, cool gray. But this sneaker is not cool gray at all. The things that actually stand out about the sneaker to me is, of course, the elephant print. That's what the Jordan 3 is known for. It's just, what a statement on a sneaker. And also the primary colors in the shoestring tabs. Like, look, you got here, you got the orange, you got the red, you got the orange in the visible heel air unit. And that's actually something else that makes this shoe unique too, because it was a sneaker of firsts. It was the first sneaker that had the Jordan symbol on it in some way, shape, or form. This Jordan symbol that we actually know very much so today. It was the first sneaker, or first Jordan, to have a visible air unit in the heel. And it was also Tinker Hatfield's first signature sneaker. And he went on to do a whole lot more sneakers in the Jordan line. That's when he really gained Jordan's trust, was the Jordan 3. He only had a few weeks to actually design this. And he did it with Jordan's help and with what Jordan wanted, and did it to his liking. Jordan picked it up, looked at it, loved it, and wore it. That's essentially it. I'm gonna go into more of the history of the 3 whenever we get to a point where we don't have unboxings. And I have a couple of pairs of 3s upstairs. So we'll actually just get into more of the history of Jordan wearing it, and a little more over time whenever I have to have content in between unboxings. because sometimes it gets a little dry on the sneakers app and you take a lot of L's. So at that point, that's when I go into more of the detail of the sneaker. But until then, enjoy this 3D look. 360 look, I guess, not necessarily 3D. Another thing that actually pops on the sneaker is the shoestring. I love contrasting colors in shoestrings, and that white mixed with that gray, that light graphite, technically not the cool gray, is just, it makes the sneaker pop too. Just that white, the white shoestring, I love it. I love contrasting shoestrings when it comes to a sneaker, and that is a beautiful thing. Of course, when these debuted in 2007, they had the Jordan and the Air on the back of them. They didn't have the Nike Air because they stopped doing that until recently. So, but I do like the way that it looks with the two primary colors that we were just talking about, the red and the orange. The one thing about the Jordan 3, that bottom, I love that bottom. It's one of the more underrated bottoms as well to me, because it's just, especially on this version of the sneaker, just the way it contrasts. And of course that red. I mean, it just makes the whole sneaker, the red and the orange just makes the whole sneaker pop. But I do like the bottom of them as well. But that's all I have. My name's Dave from Shooniverse Soul. Thank you for watching. Please like, subscribe, share. And I have an Instagram page in the works. It's still under construction, but keep that in mind too. So if you want to go and follow that page, please do. I'm Dave from Shooniverse Soul once again. Later.